Okay, so today Jeff and I are going to an investigation, a paranormal investigation, and Damien and Nicole from Parapeculiar are hosting us at their haunted museum. I'm very excited, but it's been a long work day, so I just got home. I'm relaxing for a bit, recentering, having a delicious little coffee. By the way, check out this adorable glass that I got for my birthday. My sister-in-law got me this whole set from Anthropology. Anyway, relaxing, energizing, recentering. I'm gonna bring you all along with us. Nicole said that there was something in their collection that has clearly been wanting to communicate. So I'm not exactly sure what that means or what that's going to look like, but I'm very excited. I was on the Parapeculiar podcast a couple weeks ago and I had an amazing time with Damien and Nicole. So I'm very excited to be back in their museum and their house because it's so cool, but I'm excited to bring y'all with me. We'll see what happens because when I was there for the podcast, we heard some noises and there were some weird technical glitches that happened. If you listen to the episode on their show, then you'll hear all about that. So yeah, I'm thinking things are gonna go off tonight a little bit, if it's anything like when we recorded the episode, especially because tonight is going to be more intentional. So we'll see. Wish us luck. We are on our way. I was gonna bring some flowers that I had from my birthday to leave as an offering because they have this really beautiful altar to Mother Mary at their house. But we got in the car and I swear I had them in my hand, the dried flowers, and I couldn't find them. So we made a quick stop and I got some fresh roses, which I think may be nicer. And I made sure to get a Holy Trinity to leave for her. I'm not really Catholic, but I was raised Catholic, so I feel like a lot of the iconography it's hard to shake off. It's hard to like not keep doing it. But at the end of the day, I feel like these things are all about intention. So here you go. Nicole, can you tell us what we're doing tonight?
We are about to have a seance here at the Para House. We're gonna open with a little ritual. We're gonna set a circle and we have a few different tools that we're gonna use. We of course have a Ouija board. So I hope y'all are okay with that.
Which sadly we didn't have them choose the Ouija board. There's so many in this house that they could have chosen the perfect one for them.
There are, but I also don't know where all the planchettes are, and I don't trust that you do.
Fair enough.
So one of the decks of cards that I have that we'll be using, since we are doing spirit communication specifically this evening, this is a deck of Kanzari cards, and they were designed specifically for spirit communication. So it's interesting because they have, like, I'll just give you a few. So this card is camera. We have one that says secret, astral, third eye, death. Some of them will have like different, possession, but they all have something interesting in the corner too. Like some will have a color, some it will be a little symbol, and then there's usually a little letter or a number in the corner. So it gives us a lot of different things that perhaps we can go off of. For example, the last time we used these on one of our live streams last week, I was reading an item first, and the first thing that I saw that came to mind was the color yellow. I'm like, I don't know what this means. And then I was seeing a sunflower, but we pulled a few of these cards, and one of them had the color yellow in the corner, which was really cool. And we were using it to investigate an item, and I messaged the person that we got the item from afterwards, and he was like, actually, sunflowers were her favorite flower. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, we have some different options here.
All right, so we have Jeff on the board. Are you excited? How do you feel about this?
I don't know, because last time, like the only time I ever tried it, I don't think it worked.
All right, well.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Is this you asking them to make it work?
I mean, I would like it if it works.
Okay. Hey y'all, this is Editing Aiden. So I didn't get the actual spirit board session itself. I just felt like it would have been really hard to be in the moment and to have like my phone in the way, and maybe in the future that's something I will be better at capturing on my own. As someone who is still relatively new to talking boards, spirit boards, Ouija board sessions, I didn't want to have to worry about taking care of this other thing, and I wanted to be really present in what we were doing. I will say though, some really interesting responses came out of the board. We were trying to ask vague enough questions, or I was trying to ask vague enough questions that I know that I think Jeff maybe knew the answers to, because we know each other very well. I tell him almost everything, but I don't think our friend Mar knew. And it was Mar, Jeff, and myself who had our hands on the planchette, and everybody else as a group, we were all asking questions. This is a new friend, so she didn't know some of the things that I was asking, and I was kind of leaving room for interpretation. So I kept getting visions, or I was reminded of this dream that I had years ago, and I was asking questions about it. I asked, there was a name in this dream. Can you point me to the first initial of that name? And it went to it. Mar, we just met in person for the first time that night, so we don't know each other extremely well. But I know Jeff. I asked him later, and I said, "Were you guiding it at all?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Okay, so I don't believe Maud was moving the planchette, and even if she was, how could she know those answers?" And so it went to that initial, and then there was a specific theme in this dream that kept coming to me during our session, and I asked, "Can you go to the first letter of what that theme was?" And it was just like a very base one-word thing, and the planchette went to that first letter. So that was really interesting, that I was getting these seemingly intelligent responses that seemed to know what I was talking about without me having to give much away. On top of that, those cards that Nicole mentioned and showed us earlier, as we were saying things during the session, like oranges kept coming up, or citrus, angels kept coming up. There was this spread of cards. And so finally, after I got the answers that I was asking questions to, I said, okay, I need to explain to you all what I'm thinking of and why these answers are kind of blowing my mind right now. So I explained to them this dream. And as I'm explaining it to them, Damien and Nicole are looking at the cards, and they're just like the cards that they had already drawn, by the way. And they're like, oh my God, and they're laying them out. And these cards were basically telling the story of my dream. It was a wild experience. Again, I'm so sorry I didn't capture it. Maybe next time. I have a feeling, no, I'm certain that this is not the last time that I will be paying a visit to the Parapeculiar house. So maybe next time I will do a better job of actually capturing. I will bring like a full tripod and set everything up so that we don't even have to look at it, and it'll just record. I couldn't complete this video without telling you everything that happened in that spirit board session, because it was so cool. Anyway, these next clips are of Jeff using this radio. For some reason, he seemed to be getting responses back to his whistling, and Damien was really excited about it. I'm not sure if the clips picked up everything, but anyway, we did that, and things went from paranormal to extraterrestrial very quickly. But I mean, if you know, you know, sometimes those things are just connected and they're intertwined. So enjoy the rest of the video.
And listen for voices. Who has a recorder? Are you recording this audio? I'm gonna get this audio too. And do the pre-whistle again.
Okay, Jeff and I just got back home. Oh my God, the night was so much fun. Nicole led us in a ritual, so to speak, to kind of start off the session. As you saw, we did some experimenting with the Ouija board, with a radio. We heard some things in the room with us, and their dog and their cat were either right next to us or under the table, and the noises were coming from other parts of the house, so it was a little hard to explain what they may have been. We got some really interesting, seemingly intelligent answers on the Ouija board that basically told the story of a dream that I had, and I was asking questions of the spirit board while not trying to lead it, so I was leaving them vague. And it put the dream together with the cards and with its answers. So I don't know. Either way, I had an amazing time with them, and as a parting gift, they gave me my very first Last Rites kit. I have always wanted one of these. Oh my God, they're just so sweet and so kind, and I cannot believe they gave this to me, because they have an amazing collection of several Last Rites kits. So it was so nice that they did this for me. And Damien and Nicole, thank you so much. Please follow Parapeculiar everywhere. I will link in the description of this video and put stuff up on the screen as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel. Who knows, maybe we'll do another investigation together in the future. Bye.